Okay, so we got the Squire Tele in, and it's a fresh purchase off of eBay, and the seller sent it to me in a really nasty condition, and now we're gonna work on cleaning it from the grossness that he sent us. Let's move it down the line. Alright. And right now what I'm doing is I'm cleaning the fretboard with some F1 oil from Musician Nomad. I believe it uses lemon. We'll go ahead and take a look at that here in a second. It showed up with no strings as well. Wow. So right now that's what we're currently dealing with. Over here you can kind of see all the grossness on the headstock. Everything showed up completely like black and dark. I don't think this thing was well loved. I think the person that used to own it must have been a mechanic, or it was at least kept in a garage. Looks like something was happening outside. I had to check. Alright. But yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I clean it nice and good. Get all the stuff off the frets that I can. I should have taken a picture of what it looked like before. But that shine, it made that part look nice. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it around. And you see like all that mess right there? Kind of smells like WD-40. But it does bother me that people on eBay send things in the conditions that they do. I saw the pictures, but the pictures did not do the justice of how gross this thing was. I believe this is from the Affinity series. I was told this is supposed to be like some type of rare color or something like that. But, you know, I spoke to the guy. He seemed pretty nice. Before I ordered it on eBay. And I wanted a cheap Telecaster that I'd be able to just mess around with and upgrade and stuff. And this is like the oldest one I could get for within the budget. Yeah, I don't know what gross stuff that is, but there's some type of residue on here. Let me. Alright. We're going to go ahead and turn it back over. Oh yeah, you can really see the... This thing was rode hard at some point. Alright. Now we're looking at this. There's a lot more scratches and damage to this than looked in the pictures. Alright. With how loose that switch is, that bothers me. It makes me think that there's no nut underneath there. And I'm guessing I am correct. No way, are you seriously gonna tell me I don't have an Allen key for that? Look at that. Cool. Okay, no, we're fine. Alright. I'm not sure if the yellowing on the pick guard is normal. This is the first one I've ever had, so I'm sure the age is kind of cool. Maybe replace it with a flashier one. Alright, and then there's the fretboard. It is looking pretty good. And now for the next part. Whoa. Oh! There we go. Next part's I hit a lamp with the head of the guitar. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to attempt to clean all that grossness there. Seriously, it looks like somebody set it on fire. Okay, not really. It just kind of looks like they just got oil all over it. It doesn't look all that much better, but it's starting to look a little bit better. There's some things the camera just can't show how dirty it really is. That's really weird. How small that bar is. Okay. Let me get you a top view. There's the this thing has a weird smell to it. I can't really explain it. And, that's what I'm using right now. It's just the first one I ever tried. And the rust buildup on that is insane. So you can see all the grossness I had to deal with. It was worse than that. It's having a hard time focusing. I like the camera's picture quality, but it kind of sucks when it comes to focusing. I'm going to restring it and I will be back. Alright, welcome back, guys. Well, as I say welcome back, it's just it's still the same video. It's just for me it's a few days later. But I got a new pick guard. It came in. So we're going to go ahead and remove this one, and we're going to put on the new one. Already started removing most of the screws. That's the one I remembered. Oh, yeah, I should be recording this. XLR DeVito, the 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 wannabe YouTuber. All right, here we go. Slash musician. Slash Luther. All right, let's remove this. There we go. And voila. We got the pickguard off. Ugh. Look at that. It looks like something was spilt on it. That's weird. Ew. Should I even be touching that? Is that glue? Do you guys think that's glue? Or do you think that was just grossness? Is that where the smell's coming from? Let's grab one of these. Because it's pretty weird how it's only on one side. So how you'd normally do this is you'd probably get rid of it with rubbing alcohol. I'm just going to wipe over it real quick. Get all that nastiness out. We got that cleaned off now. Now I'm going to go ahead and slide this in. Test the fit. Looks like all the holes line up. Kinda off. Why is it trying to go in caddy corner? You gotta be kidding me, dude. Look how these holes are. They don't even line up. Well, let's see if I can force it to work. It's like all the holes need to be re-drilled. Well, I was hoping this was going to be a simple just swap out, but see, like that one, that's kind of off. That one's really off. That one's really off. That one's really off. We're going to try to use the included screws. Here's the original. Come on, focus here. There we go. I probably shouldn't do this because I think I'm going to end up returning it, but whatever. Well, I guess we're testing it. My guess is that the reason these are smaller than the other ones, just by a little bit, is because they knew it was going to be offset. And that was their way of dealing with it. Sorry about that, I had to go check, see if the homeless were robbing shit again. I don't really know how I feel about this. I think the original pick guard might have been better. Oops. That doesn't affect the playing at all, but there we go. It went from looking like this. Can't really get it on the camera looking really good, but it's like a yellow. It looks white, but on the camera, but this is definitely yellow. You can definitely see the age. Now if you look here closely, you can see this small little fine gap right here, especially right there. Not really fond of that. Alright, so this is my second time redoing this. When I was in the middle of editing, I realized that this part didn't record for some reason, so here we go. Here's the guitar playing test. I'm XLR DeVito. Peace.